Welcome back. If I were to tell my new self, my current self, anything, among a lot of things that I would tell myself, is to continue to trust the process and to keep doing you, girl. Keep doing you. I know. I do want to show you guys that and express how things don't happen overnight. Who I am now didn't just happen overnight. It took years and nights and training sessions and a lot of tears and a lot of sacrifice to get here. I'm still in the process of changing and becoming a better human being, a better mixed martial artist, just a better person in general. And so one of the things that I do want to show and get better at is showing the process of things. But the work is not just at the gym, but it's outside of the gym. Just because I'm not at the gym all the time doesn't mean the principles that I learn at the gym are gone. So one of the things that I've shown in my Patreon is how I organize myself at home. So I don't know if you guys do that at home or just in your sports in general, but in MMA we take notes, right? So at the gym I have my own notebook about the techniques that we learn, about the theme of the month, about just about anything that I need to work on, like my weaknesses. I even wrote down my strengths and the things that I know that I can do to get better, right? I know it's one of those okay, it's kind of like the boring stuff. I know, right? And I've thought about it, okay, why is it boring? It's not really boring, but it's like really just sitting down and understanding and taking the time to process whatever it is that I learned the week. I'm the type of person, since I'm a perfectionist, I want to do things right. And so I actually write down the step-by-step process when it comes to my notes. And even outside, when I went to Nashville, I took one weekend off to go to Nashville. By the way, if you want to see behind the scenes of it, you can go to patreon.com/NateandMMA. But when I went to Nashville, I knew that I wasn't gonna work out. It was just like a weekend. I know I worked out and I trained the whole week. So I took that weekend off to just relax and just get my mind off of everything, right? But even when I'm at the pool, bro, I am shadow boxing. It's part of just what I do. I swim and stuff like that. So I'm still active, even outside of the gym, right? So another example is when I find myself editing my videos, I look at the things that I need to work on. And in the beginning, when I first started doing that about a few years ago, I used to be super uncomfortable doing that because I used to feel like, fuck, I suck. That's my whole thing. When I first saw my first fight, I did not like it. I did not want to watch it. I was like, it makes me uncomfortable, blah, blah. But you know what? I think it's really important to do that because then we see ourselves from an outside point of view. We're in our bodies all the time, so we can't see how we look, right? We can't see everything that's going on while we're in it. Once I got through that discomfort of it, I just got over it and I'm not uncomfortable with it. Now I post really goofy videos that I probably look like shit sometimes and I look really dumb, but for me it's just showing the realness of me and just showing who I am. And so I have no shame on showing the mistakes that I show or the things that I need to work on because it's reality. Life is that. Life is about making mistakes and learning from them. So it's all about the process. In order for me to get the results that I want, I have to put in the work, right? And that comes with a process. On top of that, I have people that join me along this journey. I have people that influence me, that understand what I do and support what I do. And for me, that's what matters the most. So if I can create that environment where I feel peaceful, where I feel happy, where I have good company around me, where I feel like I'm growing and shit like that, then I can use the same thing and put it outside of MMA and use that at home, use that in my work. Just use that for myself, not for anybody else, but for myself. And that's how I'm able to use what I learned in MMA and use that to help myself outside of MMA. Like if you guys have a system where you also organize yourself, you go to work, you go to school, you train, or you do any type of sport, like what's your schedule like? Share it in the comments, or any tips that you want to give to other people, because again, I never know sometimes who's watching, but then if they don't talk about it, people are still watching. Even if you're not saying anything, I know you're watching. And those that are just watching, they're still watching. We're just all watching. So if you want to share that, I would appreciate it. And one last little thing that if I were to tell myself now is don't quit. Don't quit on yourself. You've gone way too fucking far to get to who you are now and to get to this point that quitting is not an option. You just gotta keep going. Keep going until you no longer can go. All right?